So this is the story about why I'm going from this
To this,
and why I'm leaving this.
for this.
Sean here, back with another video. I've got some exciting news. I'm moving to Thailand. Alright, let's do it. If you're thinking about moving to Thailand, then you really need to watch this video. Alright, so let's talk about the pros of being in Sydney, Australia. Sydney is very clean. It's very government focused in supporting the local people. You also have a lot of procedures and structures in place, and it's corporate work focused. Alright, so let's talk about the cons of being in Australia. So when it comes to policing, police tend to be focused on raising revenue over crime prevention. The government, while they are very supportive, they do have a lot of controls over us here in Australia in terms of what we can do, sometimes even say. So crime and safety is becoming a bit of a concern here in Australia, and homelessness is at record highs. So this is it, on the way to the airport now. So just here at the duty free in Sydney Airport. Alright, just here at the airport, waiting at the gate, looking forward to it, excited and nervous, as you are, when these big life-changing decisions actually start to come into place. Yeah, so this is it. We have picked Southeast Asia because it's just such a great location for digital nomads. Very cost effective, which makes it great if you're building a business or traveling as a digital nomad. You do save a lot of time with not having to worry about, like, you can just order in or go out and eat. You don't have to worry about getting your groceries, cooking, preparing food, all of that stuff that I'd normally do if I was in Australia. So that saves at least an hour a day, just prepping food, cooking, cleaning, all of that stuff. Going to groceries, shopping, all those things aren't necessary. As well as saving time doing things like laundry, and some places you just pay a few dollars to get that done as well, especially starting out, right? The first year you tend to have to put in a lot of hours because you don't necessarily have a lot of money to invest, so you got to do a lot of it yourself, and yeah, it requires you to put in a lot of work, a lot of effort to grow the business. So, and on top of that, the culture in a lot of places in Southeast Asia, because they don't have much government support, they're very entrepreneurial people. They start up a lot of businesses and things themselves, so you're also putting yourself in a position where you're around like-minded people. Alright, so here I am in Phuket. Already checked into the hotel, just up at the rooftop co-working space up here now. It's pretty cool. Nice area, lots of light, so pretty good to work here actually. So let's look at the pros and cons of being in Thailand. So one is obviously affordability. That's a pretty big thing. It's much more affordable compared to Australia, where I'm from. Affordability is a big draw card, especially when you're trying to start a business or being an entrepreneur. It's the main focus of just being a digital nomad, right? To lower costs. The other thing that affordability does is it saves you a lot of time. Mostly because of the fact that you don't have to go buy your groceries, prepare meals, clean, wash clothes. All of that can be sourced really cheap. Thailand has great people. They call it the land of smiles. Everyone's friendly, everyone's willing to help you out, especially as a traveler, which is very nice. So Thailand actually has great food. The food is actually delicious here. So good. You're probably aware Thai food is just in every country you go to, and for good reason. It is very popular, very delicious. They have unbelievable locations in Thailand as well. Some of the landscapes, the beaches, the islands are absolutely breathtaking. There's not too many places like it. And on top of all this, Thailand has great culture. Some of the temples here are absolutely amazing. It's something that I always enjoy going and checking out. It's a great way of understanding Thai people, which leads me to another point. It is a Buddhist culture, so there's a big belief in karma, which also means the crime rate. The crime rate in Thailand is lower than most Southeast Asian countries, and it's even lower than Australia. So safety and security in Thailand is actually really good. I feel a lot safer here than I would even walking down the streets in Sydney at night. Maybe part of that's because I'm a foreigner, but to be honest, it's really never been an issue here. So the cons of Thailand, it might not have the structures in place, might not be as clean, so that just general public areas, streets aren't as clean. Obviously Western culture, they're great for that. So that's not to say that all areas, obviously there's some immaculate areas, places just as clean as Sydney when it comes to different areas within Bangkok, Chiang Mai, the big city areas, looking at Old Town even in Phuket. Some of the places are absolutely impeccable, but once you get into some of the side streets, it's just not the same quality as you see in Western countries. So the other cons, and this is general to being anywhere as a foreigner, so there's two main points to it. Obviously one, you're going to have visa restrictions. So if you're here on a work visa or a student visa, you're going to have restricted travel conditions. So if you're working here or you're studying here, you're expected to be here, so you can't travel and leave the country. The other thing is, if you're a tourist on a tourist visa, if you're a traveller, then the downside is that you're limited stay. You can only stay for a certain amount of time, so either 60 or 90 days depending on your visa, and then that means you have to leave and go to another country and return. So for me that's fine as a traveller, I'm happy to do that, but it is one of those things that can be a con. So overall, moving to Thailand, so Phuket isn't where I'm going to settle down. I am looking to go somewhere else. I'm only in Phuket for a limited time, so looking to travel further around Thailand this year. So travel to a few different places, get an understanding of where I feel most comfortable. So going to Koh Samui, it's one of the most established islands in Thailand, so definitely looking forward to spending some time there. It's got amazing beaches, very safe culture, one of the lowest crime rates in all of Thailand. A fairly Western and digital nomad type of location as well. So without being too touristy like Phuket and Pattaya. So more similar to Chiang Mai, but with amazing beaches. So the two main reasons I've chosen Thailand to live is really the amazing people, great culture, unbelievable locations, and delicious food. As far as the mix of what you can expect throughout Thailand, is one of the best all-round places in Southeast Asia if you want to settle. Perfect for digital nomads because they are established enough to have everything you need, as well as like good infrastructure for travelers, good internet speeds, better than what I get in Australia. It's definitely one of those locations that are just primed for those kind of people, and it's quite central to a lot of places. So you can travel to Vietnam, Laos, Cambodia, Philippines, Indonesia, Malaysia are all just a few hours flight away. So it's quite central to a lot of those places. That's it. That is why I chose Thailand. And look, I'm looking forward to sharing with you more about being in Thailand, some of the common mistakes a lot of travelers make here, what's it like, the lifestyle of a digital nomad, especially once I get to Koh Samui. So I'm going to be doing quite a few of those. If that sounds good to you, you know what to do. Make sure you hit that like, hit that subscribe, turn on bell notifications so you don't miss out. If you have subscribed already, thank you. It does mean a lot to us, and I look forward to catching you in the next one.